This is CozyAum reporting. Today is supermoon, and my first step towards getting a homestead is to do a little ceremony or a spell tonight to kind of bring that wish out, putting it out there to the universe in a sacred way. So what I've done is I've set up an altar. Now before I show you my altar, I want to say that, with magic, you can certainly get really spiritual and also very scientific and technical, and everything has to be perfect. But I don't really have the energy for that kind of precision. So what I wanted was something where I could just get my thoughts on paper, which I will do after I do a little ceremony to get me in the right headspace. Belief has a lot to do with this, and the more belief you give it, the more it works. Having said that, the first item I want to show you on my altar is this plaque of the 23rd Psalm. A long time ago, I was actually a very starving artist living temporarily in a factory, a candle making factory. I slept in the lunchroom, and very difficult time, but I felt like the chicken flash dance, like I knew it was meant to be, and it was going to be a cool part of my story later. But after a while, it got to be, harder. It was very hard. So I began to pray for a miracle, and a very good friend, Maureen, said to me, you should pray the 23rd Psalm. So I did. I did a novena to St. Teresa the Flower Jesus, and I prayed the 23rd Psalm every day. And suddenly, one thing after another, everything lined up, and I got a big miracle financially, and I was able to get my own place. When I went to see this place and decided to, yes, I'm going to take it, as it looked exactly like a picture that I had drawn out. I had done a sketch of what I wanted the layout of the apartment to be. It was the first place I saw and the cheapest place on my list. And I told the landlord, yes, I'll take it. And on my way out the door, I noticed this plaque on the wall. And it was the 23rd Psalm. And I swear to you, I just about shit my pants. So this has come with me everywhere since then, and that was a long, long time ago. And I take this with me everywhere. And every time I need to move or I need a new place, I put this on my altar. But regardless, I have this as the first thing I see when I wake up in the morning, just as a reminder of the kind of wonderful surprises sometimes the universe has in store for us. This is my incense holder that my hubby gave me, so this is how I bring him into the equation. And I've got some myrrh ready to go on there, and that's going to bless everything and clear the space and keep it all nice and wonderful. Here I have an orange candle. Orange is the color of home and family, so it's a really good choice for a candle. It's also pumpkin scented, and I have this thing, I lived in Waterford for a while, which is actually where this house was, Waterford, Ontario. And pumpkins, they're all about pumpkins, and they have Pumpkin Fest. So again, I want to bring in, internal memory of a miracle that's happened to me that is very similar to what I'm asking for now. So this is a good way to do it, having a pumpkin scented orange candle, especially because I'm asking for a place to call home. Here I have a Ganesh. Now remember, this is just what I do, you know what I mean? You can totally change this, whatever you pray to, and if you don't pray to anybody, then put pictures of things that are symbolic of what you're asking. You certainly don't, have to pray to any specific anything. I'm just a big fan of Ganesh, and I've got some trippy miracles, from him. So, yeah, he's a good one for me. So I bring him in here, and this is something I found today. This is from an old spell, and I thought I'd burn them all, and I guess this one didn't, and it kind of popped up to my surprise, and it's for my third eye, which is pretty cool considering I'm suffering a brain injury. I'm highly attuned and make good choices. I am divinely guided and feel attuned to the source, which sometimes, when you're dealing with the kind of struggles I've been dealing with, especially with my WSAB screwing me over, sometimes you forget that. So that was kind of a nice affirmation for me. So this, is just because it feels like kitchen and country, and that's kind of what I want to do here. This is something that I used in a spell a long time ago, because this homestead is something my husband and I have been praying for a really long time. Just we've never made the decision that it's going to be, you know, almost now. So this is something we use in an old spell, and I ran into this the other day, and on it I had written, "The sanctuary comes to us now," and this is how I found it. So when I picked it up, it was like, what's that? And holy shit, that's kind of cool. And oh yeah, I remember that. So I decided to bring that into the mix too. My Nona bought me this for Christmas. Well, she gave me the money and said, buy what you want. And this is what I chose. And it is a quartz. And that's going to get blessed today. And that is going to help lead me. This will be my pendulum when I go see properties or whatever. And I'm getting that all ready. And again, remember I talked about symbols. So for me, a big part of moving is gardening. And I really want to do a lot of that, actually. I think that will be very healing for me. So these are zip ties, and in a greenhouse, zip ties are essential. So I thought this would be a good symbol, and I'm going to use them anyway, because I'd really like a greenhouse, and that's not always easy to come by or affordable. So this will tell me that I am going to have something on that property that will do me good. This is one of my paintings. I painted this a long time, and I was very happy at home when I painted it, so I keep that as my backdrop also. Okay, Lakshmi, who is the goddess of abundance, and let's face it, if I'm looking for a homestead, money would help. So I'm calling her in, and again, I've got some abundance miracles from her too, so she's kept me from going hungry many a time. So yeah, so I'm calling her in, and this I bought myself today. This is my first thing for a new place. And I love the country feel of it, and it has stuff on here that I would like to grow, so I thought it was good symbolism. Now, being in the city, I couldn't find any heirloom seeds today, but I needed something that I could plant. So I bought stuff that I'd like to grow, and hopefully I'll get some heirloom varieties of these. But sunflower, because it's kind of happy. I put a butterfly garden mix because butterfly is a symbol of the dance of life and the joy of life, and I could really use some joy because it's been a hard road for sure. And again, more pumpkin spice. No, this is squash. Again, because it's orange, and it's cozy, and I'm all about cozy. Now these seeds are special. These are pumpkin seeds, and they're special because I got to harvest these myself. So these are the first seeds I've ever dried, and I dried these seeds a long time ago, hoping for a place to plant them. So I'm still hanging on. I haven't given up. And again, one of these because I'm hoping to live a lifestyle that uses a lot of these. And I have pink at the bottom, because in magic they say anything you envelop in pink will manifest in the best possible way. And so that's going to be my spell. And I'm going to go do that now. And thank you for your positive energy, because that will help my dreams come true.